is so now it is working. I'll check again. So just save this file. If you go here, you can see this read mode. You can see the text, and if you show less, then it will be like this. So like this, for each and everything, we need to create a components. Okay. So this is all about a React components or a React state. And now we will see about what is props and how we can use a props. Okay. So, so here I will create on my notes. Inside this React props. So what is props? It is all about property, right? So they are, it is called as a read-only components. So it is in a, object. Actually, it is in a objects which holds a value of attributes of a tag. Okay, this is the main functionality. So it's work similar to the HTML attributes. Okay, but it gives, pass a data from one component to the another component. So it passes the data from one component to the another component. And it is similar to the function arguments. So how we are using. So that probs are passed to the component the same way the arguments are passed in a function. Okay. So the probs are passed to the components in the same way as arguments passed in a function. So same way it works. Okay, so the probs are, it's immutable. It's not mutable. So immutable means it cannot change. Okay, we cannot modify the props from inside the component. It's immutable. So inside the components, we can add the attribute that is called as a props, and this attributes is available in our components as this props. Okay, so you also use to render the dynamic data in our render method. So when you need a immutable data in the components, you have to add the props to the you need to add a React DOM dot render method. So let's see some example for this. So how the props is working. Okay, just I'll write a code for this. Now go here, the same things, but I'm just removing the text which I'm going to write it for. That is a React props. Okay, so same thing. So what I will do is I'm going to use a rendered method. Inside that, we are going to return the value. So return off. So inside this rendered method, first I'm creating some div container. Okay. Now in the h1, I'm mentioning like this. Welcome to this. I'm not mentioning any name. Okay. So here I'm giving this dot prop dot props dot name. Okay, so this is how it will be. So now we go here, and if I type something, some information in the paragraph, okay, like for example, we will learn JS and JSX props, components, functional and class. So like this I have given some text. Okay, so this is my simple text which I have created in app.js. Now what I will do is I will create one more new file in the source. Okay, so new file name is main.js. This is my file name. So what I will do is here I need to import some files, like import React from React. But in the packages, I need one more thing that is called import React DOM from React hyphen DOM, and import app from app.js. So what I'm going to get from the app, I'm going to get the this one. I'm exporting this, right? So I'm just going to get it in my main.js. That's what I have mentioned. So and also in this app.js, I've used the React, right? From React, I need two things, React and component. But here I just need React alone, and also I'm giving the React DOM. Okay. So inside this, what I will do is I will create a React DOM, and I'm just going to render this. Okay. So inside this, what I will give is I need a name. So app name equals to I'm giving welcome to. So like this, I have given a text. Okay. So just close this off. So my name, I'm just passing, comma. Okay, comma, you need to give the document. So document dot get element by ID. So here you can see the text which is appearing. One second. It should throw an output. Let me check one second. Obstacle name, okay, so when I go to this main.js, it has been linked. So React DOM and slash dot app.js. Yes, it is there. And React DOM dot render name. Should throw an output. Okay, let me tell you this tomorrow. So some simple mistake is there. I'll tell you. And next, this is the way you will add, the properties. And if you're trying to add some default, things, then how it works. If I'm using it on the same file. So see here. So below this, I'm adding app is exporting, right? So I'm going to use it here itself. So default procs. Here itself, I'm giving a name to be A minute and we'll try this. Yeah, it is working. See here. Here you can see the React session is throwing in a out. So here itself you can use that. Using a default props, you can assign a name to be the value. So whatever the value you are giving here, it will be showing as a output. Okay. So then what is a state and props? So it is possible to combine state and props in your app. So I know what is state and I know what is props. So can I able to do both the things at the same time? So you can set the state in the parent component. Okay, so you can set the state in the parent component and pass it in the child component using a props. That can be possible. So let's see how we can do it. Okay, so let's see with a simple example. Okay, so here, so to use a state, we need some important things, right? So what are the things? So we need to use a constructor. So constructor, inside this, I need to use props. I'm using a super keyword. So that's going to be a props again. This parsing. So this is my parent, right? So in the parent, I'm going to use a state. Okay. So we can set the state in the parent component and pass it in the child component. So if you are trying to pass it, you cannot do it on the same thing, but you can pass it through the child component. Okay. So here, this dot state, I'm assigning the value for this. Like name is React.js. Okay, we'll use okay. Just changing this variable to the work. Okay, so after this, what I will do is I have some rendered method. So inside this rendered method, I'm going to return some value. So return, what I will return? A div container. Okay, and I'm using some name as JTP as a class name. So first we'll see what is the child class name. So child class name is I'm mentioning as uh, edunet. So this is my class name and I extends this keyword with a react dot component. So this is my class name and now what I will do again, I need to use a rendered method. Inside this rendered method, I'm using a return keyword. Okay. Here what I will do is I'm creating a container as div container. Inside this I have some headings h1 giving us welcome to our session. What I will do is I will assign this dot props dot what is the class name here I mentioned. So just you can give or first we need to assign a variable, right? So we need to give that variable inside this. So first we will create a variable. So here what I will do is go with our class name. What is the class name? EduNet, right? Say EduNet. I'm giving a variable as a. Inside this dot state dot name. Just close this. Come down. So here you need to mention the variable name as a. So next thing is just a minute. I'll give semicolon. If you come down, just to be component is cat. Okay. So now if you come down, so this is I'm just getting the value, and yes, everything is done. So we can run and see. So before that, and also I'm getting the app value. So here I've changed this to be work, right? So I need to change this to be work. Here also I need to change this. Now you go to the main.js file. So here I need to change this to be work. You can directly give this. I have given in that place itself, so we just close this. I don't want to mention any values for that app. So we'll check what is the error. It's showing some few errors. Yes, it is showing some two errors. Let me save. Okay, once again, let me check. So see here, so welcome to our session has been discussed. So like this, you can pass the value, you can use a state and the props on the same time. So that is also possible. Okay. The next thing is 1 minute. Next is we will see about a React props validations. How we can do the validations using a props. So the how we can do it, and what are the different validators we have. So we'll see that examples. Okay. So after completing this, we can wind up. So until please be connected. Okay. The next one is so now we'll just understand how we can work with the props validation. Actually, this is for parsing the read-only attribute to the React component, right? So now it's requires to use a props validation in improving the React component. For that purpose, we are going to use this. So this tool, help the developer to avoid the future bugs and the problems. Okay. Okay, so it is actually is useful way to force the correct the usage of your component. So for that purpose, we are going to use this. So that helps you to catch the bug by validating a data type. Okay, so we'll see what are the different props types we can use. So the first one is like we'll see the basic thing. So how it will be. So syntax. So here will be like this. So class app extends react dot component. Inside this, we'll be having a rendered method. Here I'm using component dot prop types. I can give a definitions here. Like this, it will be there. And what are the different validators and how it contains a list. Okay. So like see here, so I'll give some examples. Props type. Okay. So prop types dot any dot prop types dot array, and go with prop types dot tool or prop types dot function prop types dot number. So like this it will be there are so many prop types we have. So just we'll see some example how we can use it all. So if you are going to use the prop types, then you will be adding, importing a package called prop types. See here, go to app.js file. I'm just adding one more thing that is called import prop types from prop hyphen types. Like this, you will be adding. And after doing this, you will be trying to throw the property values. So we'll see how it will happens. It's really a big thing which I'm going to do. So as of now, we will discuss about the another topic. So tomorrow we will see this example, okay, because it's really a very big thing. But we can also see the customized variables, and also we have something called as a React Component API. So what are the different APIs we have, and how is it working? So everything we will see. Okay, so in tomorrow's class, the pending. So I'll tell you what are the things we need to cover. So we have something called as React Component API. Okay. And we need to see about life cycle, how it is working, and forms, and also events, list, keys, routers. It is very important. Router is very important. And we already discussed about CSS, and animation is there. Bootstrap. Bootstrap is very easy. So we need to add some CDNs here as well, and we need to insert some dependencies and packages, then only it will work. So React Bootstrap need three common ways. Example, you can use a Bootstrap CDN, or you can go with the Bootstrap dependencies, or you can go with the Bootstrap packages. Okay, so it is easiest, the thing to add a Bootstrap. So it will be looking very good when you add Bootstrap in the React page. Okay, the front end will be very looking good. So there are, already we know what are the CDN links we will use it for the Bootstrap, right? The Bootstrap concept we have read. So there are also some dependencies. Dependencies means importing packages. So here we are importing some packages, right? That dependencies we can also add it like that, or else you can go with npm. Using npm also we can install the things. So these are the different ways to add Bootstrap. So to install the Bootstrap in your coding, what you have to do is just go here, Control C, and give yes. So now you need to mention like npx npx create hyphen react hyphen app react hyphen bootstrap hyphen app. Like this, you need to install. Give me some 2 minutes. Okay. got installed, see here, the Bootstrap got installed. So we'll see tomorrow, so how we can continue with this. Okay. So,